Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Congress and a potential shutdown and the Republican strategy that is just propelling us forward. And we're going to go through all of that and talk about how all of this is moving along. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Congress basically has, this week to work out a deal to avoid a partial government shutdown. If it goes on much longer than that, it turns into a full shutdown. Okay, so what's happening? Guess. Just take a guess where the issue is. Republicans in the House, they have no idea what they want. So, the extreme performative Twitter faction, they are kind of leaning into the idea that, hey, a shutdown's a good thing. Let's use that, get that leverage, get our demands, and all of that stuff. Johnson, the speaker, has to stand there and pretend like this isn't a cartoonishly bad idea, because he knows the reality. Those people who are in support of a shutdown, they're Republicans, and they are Republicans who are in very, very red districts, who don't really have to worry about being reelected in 2024. Meanwhile, Johnson is trying to safeguard the majority, that incredibly slim majority. And he's watching those chances just kind of hurtle towards a cliff. Because if a shutdown happens, the economic devastation that goes along with it, that discomfort, who gets blamed for it? Republicans. Why? I mean, because it's them. It's them. Now, it doesn't actually impact those politicians who are telling their base it's a good idea, because they're going to win anyway. But Republicans in more vulnerable districts, well, they're going to have an issue, because the entire Republican Party is going to catch the blame. So Johnson has to figure out what he wants to do. Is he going to work out a deal with the Democrats? Is he going to try to appease the conservatives? And the real concern, one that is now being loudly voiced, which probably should have been voiced a lot sooner, is that if the partial shutdown starts, that the Republican base that is easily influenced, well, they're going to want more. And they're going to want more until they realize it's hurting them. But by then, it's too late. Because, like a lot of things with the economy, it's not felt immediately. And then there's that catch-up time. So, there are a number of concerns for Republicans. I have no idea what Johnson plans to do. There doesn't appear to be an easy way out for him, because if he does the, normal thing and fulfills like the minimum job requirements, he'll be called a rhino. If he doesn't, well, he'll probably lose the majority. And it is going to be the fault of Republicans who are, super Republican, super MAGA. That's whose fault it's going to be. But of course, they won't catch the blame for it. Now, I would imagine that somewhere there's a room full of Democrats just laughing. Because while the Democratic Party, they would love to keep the government open, they also know everything I just said. If the Republican Party fails to come to some kind of agreement, if they can't perform the minimum job requirements, it is going to damage them heavily in 2024. And they probably feel like they can make up the economic loss really quickly. I'm not so certain about that, but that's where it's at right now. The Twitter faction of the Republican Party making unreasonable demands, posturing, tweeting, doing their thing. And it's having real-world consequences for the budget. And it may lead to a partial shutdown, which may lead to a full shutdown, which may lead to Republicans losing the majority. That's a chain of events that has to be weighing pretty heavily on Johnson right now. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.